leading up to this, right? And there's so much that I can say about the game and where it started. See, Unique, your generation, even the generation before you, don't really understand the nature on how the game started. See, I was there, and my generation was there when all this started. When you could open your doors in Harlem and walk through the apartment, nobody, no stealing, you got caught robbing. There was no such thing as you robbing an old lady. All this stuff you're seeing today, young people didn't see it. They don't know what we were like, and we was poor, 10 times more than we are now.
But respected.
Yeah, but it was we loved each other. We loved the community. It was a different kind of magic. You understand? In the heroin game, stole the magic. It stole the magic from our community, man. You know what I'm saying? So dig this. Let me tell you what happened, right? When I was growing up, we had Irish. Because you hear about the Cotton Club.
Oh, yeah.
That gangster, a gangster owned the Cotton Club. Yeah, a gangster, an Irish gangster.
A white gangster.
So, yeah. And the drug game was controlled by the Italians. The Italians that my generation went to school with. Now, East Harlem, Benjamin Franklin, James Otis, we all went there. But you know who else went there? They had East Harlem on lock. You know who else went there? The Italian Dukes and the Red Wings. The Red Wings, do your homework, young fellas. The Red Wings morphed into the Purple Gang, and those are the ones who were supplying all the drugs to Harlem. Read up on the Purple Gang, right?
I never heard of them, so you give me some.
They're the ones, because you're young. That you just missed that. Right before you entered the game, they had the game on lock. Right? Now, y'all do your homework and go back. Jack Jackson, who used to come to the store, read the headlines from back then. Gene Gotti, John Gotti's brother, was hitting him. Jack was the man after Nicky. You follow me? And then, when Jack flipped, he told on Gene Gotti. Gene Gotti just got home from that bid because he had 50. He just got home this year. Now, when Gene got busted, the game shifted. Shifted from them to us. That's when you young bucks came in. Because y'all wasn't having it. Italians could not control y'all. What? My Boricua friends, the Puerto Rican guys that I grew up with in East Harlem, they wasn't having it. The game shifted from them to the brothers, to the Boricuas, and then when it hit the cartels, all shit broke loose. Now let me tell you the difference of what happened. Why y'all young fellas end up killing each other. Because when the Italians held the game, only one guy here. Only various neighborhoods could get a package. By the time you came along, anybody could get a package.
Exactly.
That's why y'all was shooting at each other.
Exactly.
See, they had it on lock. The game changed once the cartel stepped in and started hitting everybody and planted all that stuff uptown in Washington Heights. Now, two brothers is on the block. Y'all grew up together, but one of y'all commanded the power.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, the package is uptown. This man later for this nigga, man, I'm gonna get my own package. Then brothers start shooting that brother. That's when the game implodes. So I'm gonna tell you young guys something. The game, every generation, if you study every generation of the drug game, is always implode. All the stick-up men get locked up or killed. All the drug dealers start telling on each other. Study the game.
Preach.
Study the game. Now, and this is just a touch, man. I'm gonna go into it deep next time.
Yeah, we're gonna
study the game. Now bust this, right? This is how the community gets taught. Now we sell them to everybody, crack come in. Now them same brothers who's on the block, who wasn't strong enough to stand up to the kingpin on the block, they soft. Now when we was young, we got in trouble. Everybody in Harlem family come from the South. You get in trouble, your family send you south, because ain't nothing going on down there. But the weak niggas who couldn't control the block say, oh shit, man, I can go back home and sell this and kill them. So now the product hits the road. Now we done poison Harlem. Now we on the road with this shit. Now we poisoning all these little cities we come from in the South.
That's how I got to Virginia. To get the life.
So it start right here, and we walking down the highway. New York niggas walking down the highway. But guess what? I tell you, the game keep imploding. New York niggas hook up with DC niggas, hook up with Philly niggas, hook up with Detroit. They hook up with all these niggas because it's here. But once they start coming up that highway and getting their own package, them New York niggas hit town and bang, they banging them. First ones to get told on is New York niggas. First ones to get robbed is New York niggas. Get them New York niggas out of here. Everywhere you go, get them New York niggas out of here. You know? So the game implodes. When I'm talking about implode, the game is going to always turn on itself. It's always going to pit friend against friend. It's always going to be that way because it's evil. It's a curse that we brought on ourselves, man. The game is cursed. You know, anytime you can get involved with something that's designed to destroy you and you can't wake up and see it.
Talk to him.
You can't wake up and see that. This game say, hold on. And the game is so powerful, it got you thinking that you can't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And I said, no, man, I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that. So I got on the road. I said, you know what, man? I got in the paper game. Checks and stuff like that. I'm going where the money's at. Where I won't hurt my people, where I can come back in the community, everybody love me.
And that's why we love you 2021.
I said, you know, I'm going to sell clothes. I'm going to go at them. They won't let me get them clothes and sell them. I'm going to make them better than they made them. So what I'm saying to young people is, man, just think, man, there's other ways to get that money, man. Each generation, there's other ways to get that money, and I'm going to be talking about that. This is just, look, this is just a little, this ain't nothing but a coffee session I'm having now, man.
Talk to him.
This ain't nothing but a coffee session. I am going to break this whole game down and just show you where it came from, how it destroyed us, how it continues to destroy us, and what we need to do. And now I want to close this out with saying this, man. All you young brothers who want to do the right thing, who really want to do the right thing, you got to understand the dark side of the culture. We already know about 1,000 niggas that went to jail, came back. Okay, that's a gangster story, but young folks ain't feeling that.
Tell them again.
Young folks ain't feeling that. Old timers coming, you burned out, nigga. I don't want to hear that story.
You know?
You know, oh, you burned out. Yeah, that nigga did such and such. I don't know. No, I don't care nothing about that, man.
Yeah, that was then.
They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear about no burned out, nigga. I don't care how many bodies you got. They want to hear about now. They want to hear about what the game can do now. What's happening in the game now. What's the poisons? What's the dark effect? What's the dark side of life? Now I got to bring this up, man. Nipsey Hussel, man. That broke my heart. Because I saw him coming in the direction that I went into. But he never read my book or heard me speak. Because one of the main things I say is you cannot be in it and not of it.
Explain that. Break that down.
You cannot be in it and not of it. Let me tell you what I'm talking about, right? If you leave the game, don't judge the game. Walk away from the game.
There you go.
You don't want your name in the game. You don't want none of that. You cross all the way over. Cross all the way over, man. You see somebody in the game and they snitching? Don't speak on them. That ain't you. You're not living in that world no more.
Exactly.
Leave that alone, man. Because that game is designed to hurt everybody in that game. To turn everybody in that game against each other. So when you cross over and you see somebody, hug them and say, man, I'm over here now, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that, brother. Come do this here.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.